Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. You are here with Resilient Leadership with Rashida. I am so excited to be with you guys today. It is going to be a wonderful day. We're going to talk about some really great things pertaining to leadership mindset. For those of you guys who this is your first time and you don't know me, my name is Rashida. I am a registered nurse, entrepreneur, speaker, and author. I also am a resilience coach and strategist. So I help leaders hone their resilience and apply that to leadership, as well as I help organizations create teams that are resilient and create leaders that are working using resilience in order to be better leaders. So today we're going to talk about the leadership mindset. So last time we gave a couple of tips on things that you can begin to do that'll help to increase that leadership mindset. So I'm going to quickly recap those and then we're going to go into some new ones. So we talked about being grateful and having gratitude. We talked about really looking at risk versus reward, right? And what does that mean to us and how we can take some leaps and make sure that we're taking a bit of risk, but it's an educated risk. And then we also talked about physical and emotional health and how important that is to have a leadership mindset. Being well holistically helps us to be a really good leader and it helps our mindset. So we're going to jump into 3 new ones and I can't wait to get into these. This is going to be so exciting. All right. So the first one that we're going to talk about is abundance. Okay. So we've heard that word, we've heard it, and it's pertaining to all kinds of things. But when you have an abundant mindset, what that means is that you don't live in scarcity. You believe that there are enough clients, there's enough business, there's enough money to go around. And your dream for where you want to take your organization and where you want to take your company is as big as the ocean because you feel like, listen, there's enough out there. I'm not competing with anyone. I'm only competing with myself. I'm only competing to make my dream bigger. And I want you guys to remember something about abundance. Abundance doesn't necessarily have to mean money, but what it can mean is that there's enough to go around of everything I need to be successful. And that's what having an abundant mindset is really about. And making sure that you're not feeling like you're in competition with anyone. You're never in competition with another business. You're never in competition with another leader. You are always in competition with yourself to be the best version of you that you can be and to present yourself in a way that's the best that you can give. And that's the part that we always have to remember. And if you keep that at the forefront, you'll remember this one thing. Competition is a killer of any growth. Any growth that you want to do, if you are focused on competition, you're going to kill your growth because you'll be focused outward instead of inward. And you need inward focus in order to grow and maintain success and maintain being great at what you're doing and growing in the areas where you need a little more assistance. Okay? So always remember abundance is everywhere, okay? Next one that I want you guys to remember is you want to make sure that you are keeping your mistakes and your lessons in perspective. So some people call it failures. I don't like to use that word. I really like to use the word lesson. I believe that either we win or we grow. We win or we learn, right? So I like to use lessons. So you want to make sure that you keep those in perspective. Okay, we have to own our mistakes. As leaders, we know that when we're at the top of the food chain a little bit, we are going to get the brunt of a lot, right? So it's no different than when we talk about sports. And when a team loses, the best guy on that team gets all the blame. And when they win, the best guy on that team gets all the praise. And that's just the way that our minds, are conditioned to work. So we want to make sure that we keep our mistakes in perspective. They're not going to last always. It was one mistake. We're going to learn from it. And then we move forward. We take what we've learned and we use it in order to get better. So remember to always keep your mistakes, keep those lessons in perspective. They don't have to rule you, but they do have to teach you. All right, last one for today. Growth. Growth, right? So placing a huge priority on growing. That's looking inward, deciding how you could have done better, what you could have done differently, how you could have presented in a way that was better. Okay, if you could have been better prepared, whatever that is, looking at how you can grow on a consistent basis, making sure that you're putting money, time, and effort into your personal and professional development, right? We can only grow a business to where our own personal capacity is. And what I mean by that is you can never move your business past what you believe you can do. And if you don't focus on growth, you won't believe that you can excel to the heights that are actually possible. So you want to make sure that you are consistently looking at growth. How can I grow? Where can I grow? What can I grow? When you're looking in that way and in that direction, you find things to work on, you move forward in working on them, you become better, and then from there, you acquire more business, you acquire more clients, you're more visible, you're more present, you're more prepared. Okay. And those are the things that as leaders, we always want to make sure that we're doing. We want to make sure we show up prepared. We want to make sure we show up and we feel like we're giving our best selves. And if we keep those things at the forefront, that'll always be the case. So I'm going to recap the 3 that we talked about today. All right. So first one, abundance. Okay. Remember that. Okay. You're not in competition with anyone else. You're just in competition with yourself to be your best version of yourself. Next one, making sure that you are keeping your mistakes and your lessons in perspective. They're not too big. They're not too small. We just have to make some tweaks and some changes and we can come back and try again. And last one, growth. Assuring that we are doing all we can to grow as a person, to grow as a professional, growing in our career. Okay. All right, guys. So that was just a few quick lessons about leadership mindset. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Tune back in for more. See you guys later. Remember, resilience is your superpower.